So, for the first time in modern history, psilocybin mushrooms are legally accessible to adults in Oregon. Not as a prescription and not through a pharmacy, but in a completely new framework where you can legally take psilocybin under the guidance of a licensed facilitator inside a licensed service center. Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Kim Townsend. I'm a licensed medical doctor and psilocybin facilitator, and I teach about the healing potential of psychedelic medicines. This kind of system has never existed before anywhere in the world. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how Oregon's Psilocybin Services Program works so that you understand what's legal, how it's regulated, and why it was designed to prioritize your safety, ethics, and care. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand how this new system is opening doors for safe, intentional healing and how to know if it's right for you. Oregon's Psilocybin Services Program was created through Measure 109, which voters passed in 2020. It made Oregon the first state in the US and really the first place in the world to legalize psilocybin in a supervised, licensed setting for adults 21 and older. And here's what's important to understand. This isn't a go buy mushrooms at a store kind of law. You can't just purchase psilocybin mushrooms and take them home. And it's not medicalized either. You can't get it prescribed at a doctor's office. Instead, Oregon built an entirely new framework. As long as you're an adult 21 years of age or older and you meet certain safety screening criteria, you can access psilocybin mushrooms inside a licensed service center. You're required to work with a licensed facilitator who guides you through preparation, the experience itself, and integration afterwards. There's no requirement for a medical diagnosis. You don't need to be sick to access this medicine. Every step of the process is structured to happen under supervision in a safe and regulated setting. The goal is to provide access for personal growth, healing, and transformation while protecting public safety, minimizing risk, and honoring the sanctity of the experience. So who is actually overseeing all of this? The entire program is regulated by the Oregon Psilocybin Services Program, which is a division of the Oregon Health Authority. They're the ones responsible for creating the rules, licensing, and enforcement. There are 4 types of licenses under this program. There's facilitators, the people who are trained to help guide the psilocybin experiences themselves. Service centers, the locations where sessions happen. And there's manufacturers, the licensed growers who produce psilocybin mushrooms for the program, as well as testing labs that test every batch of mushroom for purity and potency. Every step is tracked and regulated. Psilocybin can only be grown, tested, and distributed within this closed system. Nothing is imported or sold outside of it. Facilitators have to complete a state-approved training program, pass an exam, and hold an active license. Service centers have to meet strict safety and zoning requirements. And every psilocybin mushroom used in the program must be lab tested. In other words, there's a whole system of checks and balances built in to make sure that clients are getting a safe and consistent experience. This isn't the Wild West. This is a highly structured ecosystem designed from the ground up to protect people while still allowing for access. So what does it actually look like if someone wants to participate in Oregon's psilocybin program? Here's how the process works. First, you have a preparation session with your licensed facilitator. This is required. You meet one-on-one and talk through your intentions, your background, any medical considerations, and what to expect from the experience. It's a chance to make sure that you're a good fit and to build trust with your facilitator. And then you schedule your psilocybin session at a licensed service center. That's where you take the psilocybin, and under supervision in a safe and controlled environment, the facilitator stays with you throughout the entire experience to provide support and to make sure that you're safe. Afterwards, you can choose to have integration sessions where you work with your facilitator to process insights, emotions, and next steps after the experience. A few things to note. You don't need a prescription or medical diagnosis to access the program. You can bring any intention to the experience, whether that's healing, personal growth, or curiosity. The facilitator takes a non-directive approach, which means that they're not there to analyze or to steer your experience for you. They're really there to hold space, provide safety, and support whatever arises for you without judgment. This is all designed to be a contained, supported journey from start to finish. So why does all of this structure and oversight matter? Because psilocybin can be a powerful experience, and powerful experiences deserve intentional care. The way that Oregon has designed this program, requiring licensed facilitators, licensed centers, product testing, and preparation and integration, is all about creating a safe container for healing. It protects people from unregulated underground spaces where safety standards might be inconsistent or non-existent. It gives people a legal pathway to explore psilocybin in a supportive environment, knowing that there's oversight, ethical guidelines, and accountability built in. And all of the efforts are paying off. After 2 years of the program being in effect and over 10,000 clients served, which is more than all of the clinical trials combined, the adverse events rate has been less than 0.2%. I think taking aspirin is actually more dangerous than that. Oregon Psilocybin Services Program is the first of its kind, and it's laying the groundwork for what psychedelic healing could look like in the future. In upcoming videos, I'll be sharing what to expect during the psilocybin experience and what the latest research is showing us. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and follow for more down-to-earth education about psychedelic medicines. Thank you for watching.